If you don't have any butter to make frosting with, fear not. Because you can make equally delicious buttercream frosting with margarine. Just because people have a misconception that this product is cheap and of bad quality, doesn't make it true. Using margarine for frosting instead of butter has many benefits. What is margarine? And can you make buttercream frosting with margarine? Many people aren't sure what exactly margarine is. And, because it looks so similar to butter, it is often used mistaken for it and used interchangeably. However, other than the resemblance in appearance, these two ingredients couldn't be further apart. Butter is a semi-solid emulsion made from the fat and protein components of churned cream. It has a multitude of uses because of its altering consistency. At room temperature, butter is semi-solid and is used as a spread. It can also be whipped to create cream-based whipped batters or frostings. Butter can also be chilled to become firm and hard. This consistency works well for making scones or puff pastry, where flour needs to coat fat particles. This helps get a very specific consistency and texture in the end product. Margarine, on the other hand, is the original vegan butter. It is also a semi-solid product that is made entirely from vegetable oils. The process of making margarine is more complex than making butter, and it is often criticized as being a very unhealthy ingredient. However, it still has a place in this world, especially in animal-free diets and lifestyles. So, if you are still wondering if you can make buttercream frosting with margarine instead of real butter, the answer is a resounding yes. It too has benefits over using real butter. Pros of using margarine for frostings. Margarine has the same consistencies that real butter has. It is semi-solid at room temperature, can be solidified in the fridge and melted over heat. And all of these will work in the same way as real butter. This ingredient is vegan, so has a much more versatile function. It is also lower in cholesterol, making it generally healthier in that way too. Many kinds of margarine come without the yellow color. This is the only way you can get white frosting. When using real butter, even after creaming it to lighten the yellow color, it still comes out beige. White margarine is perfect for making wedding cakes. Margarine has a much more neutral flavor. While many people don't like the texture it gives, at the end of the day it is a personal preference. Loads don't even realize that it is margarine being used. But, the neutral flavor allows you to add essences or extracts more easily and have their flavors shine through. What you need to make our creamy buttercream frosting with margarine. Ingredients: 1 cup of margarine, softened at room temperature. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. 5 cups of powdered sugar, sifted 3 times. A pinch of fine salt. 2 to 5 tablespoons of milk, room temperature. Step-by-step instructions. Step 1. Cream the margarine. Add the margarine to a large mixing bowl. Cream it until it lightens in color and becomes very fluffy in texture. This will take about 4 minutes or so. Step 2. Add the flavoring and dry ingredients. Next, add your vanilla extract along with the salt. Mix them into the creamed margarine before adding the powdered sugar. Next, add the sifted powdered sugar and mix the ingredients at a low speed. If you initially use a high speed, the powder will shoot out everywhere. Step 3. Beat the mixture until it becomes fluffy. So, only after the powdered sugar has been fully incorporated can you increase the speed of the mixer. Now, allow the mixture to be whipped for another 4 to 6 minutes at a high speed. This will help incorporate air and get the mixture to an uber fluffy texture. Step 4. Add the milk to adjust the consistency. Finally, if you see that your mixture is already much thicker than you would want it to be, you can start by adding 2 tablespoons of milk. To further adjust the consistency, keep adding milk to make it softer. But only add a little at a time. It is much harder to make a frosting thicker once it is too soft. Expert tips and tricks: an uber creamy and versatile buttercream frosting with margarine. Sifting your powdered sugar 3 times allows it to be aerated. This makes it creates a much more aerated frosting. It is entirely optional, but your powdered sugar has to be sifted at least once to remove all the lumps. Even though margarine is considered to be cheap, still buy a good quality one. The main reason is that the flavor of cheap options is very plastic-like and they make your mouth fatty. Do not overmix your buttercream frosting. It will become gooey and not have the fluffy and pipeable consistency that you need. Only beat the frosting until it reaches the consistency you need. To store this buttercream frosting made with margarine, place it inside a Ziploc bag or airtight container. If you use a container, make sure to add a layer of plastic wrap directly onto the surface of the frosting. This will help prevent it from drying out. Then, store it inside the fridge for up to 7 days. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.